Hey guys, MKujo999 here. Today we're going to be talking about starter decks and which decks I think you should buy and which decks you should avoid. This is going to go for new players who only have access to starter decks at their local game store or box store like Walmart or Target. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so let's start off with the starter deck 1. Starter deck 1, Luffy. A lot of these early decks, they are very much outdated, and many of the good pieces from these decks have been reprinted already. If you were getting into the game right now and you saw two of these boxes, would I recommend you buy both boxes? Probably not. Yeah, these decks do not hold up well today. I'm going to go ahead and just put these all right here. I'll move things up and down. Animal Pirates, if you saw two Kaido star decks, could you play the game? I mean, any of these you can play the game, but you're not really going to win. So would I buy these? No, I don't see any good pieces from any of these decks being usable in other decks. But again, if you're just buying two star decks and no other outside cards, I would probably put this in F. This leader effect on this one makes it playable. And the Kaido one, D tier is already like at the bottom of the barrel, so I'm gonna put it here. This one, F tier, straight F. It was awful when it came out, and I wouldn't recommend playing it today. Same with the Sakazuki star deck. I see no good black cards in this box. If you were to buy two of these to start playing with your friends, I don't think it would be worth. Yellow Mom has a 7-cost Lin in here, which is a great staple that's never been reprinted. But if you were just playing with two Mom star decks, I would rank it a C without any outside cards. This Black Luffy was just awful, and I would never recommend that. Same with the Yamato. Again, we have to come at this at the from the point of view if you're just buying two star decks with no other outside cards, you're gonna get zero value from this deck, as well as any of these decks. Okay, 3 captains. This is a more expensive one. It comes with 3 leaders. It's red and purple. One of the leaders is banned, so you're only gonna be able to play with 2. The Eustace Kid is not great. The RP Luffy is a meta deck. Okay, it's not like top meta, but it's known to be playable. But if you're just buying 2 of these, the cards that are in this box are not great, and the only handful of cards that are good have been reprinted already, like the Blocker Law. You do get a nice playset of Alt-Art Namis and a nice playset of Alt-Art Rush Zoros. Straight out the box, it's better than these 3. In fact, oh, that's too high actually, because again, we're playing just what's in the box. Yeah, Mom out the box, not good, because again, yes, the 7-drop is good, the Mom leader effect is not great. So this will be our first C tier. I think you could play the game, and it comes with Dawn and everything great. Deck box included. The Uta, I'm going to bring this Uta up actually right now. We're going to talk about both. This Uta is miles better than the new ST16 Uta. This Uta has pretty much everything you need. It has all the film Straw Hat cards from OP2. Basically all the film Straw Hat cards are in here, most of them at least, minus the Searcher Nami. I think that's the only one you're missing. For that reason, if you're just playing with 2 of these Uta star decks, I think you're gonna have a good time. It has pretty much everything you need to play the deck, whereas this one is pretty much like, I would consider this an add-on for this deck. But if you played with this one by itself, 2 boxes of it, you're not gonna be able to even play hardly anything. Like, you're missing all your characters. Half of this deck is just reprints of promo film events that really don't do anything. So F tier, I don't think this is playable. Sanji Zoro. I definitely think it's better than all the older sets. In fact, yeah, something like that. Don't pay too much attention on these lower ones on the rank. Like, I don't think like one is too much better than the others, but this one definitely is better. Yeah, if we're just talking strictly the star deck on its own, D tier for sure. Now, the Three Brothers is another special one. It comes with, you know, Hollow Dawns, just like this one, a deck box. And I believe this is the first time we were introduced to alt art packs that can include like an alt art character card that's included in the box, or an alt art version of one of the three main leaders. Definitely on the level of Uta, with the card strictly from the star deck, is probably B tier. And just because of its value, I might put it above Uta, because you do have 3 leaders you can play with. Newgate. This is a very popular leader from early on. It was one of the best red decks, but what's included in here, you're going to get most of the staple 2Ks, I believe the Searchers in here. Most of the time they include mostly all the good cards, except for super rares and secret rares. I think you're going to need some Whitebeard Pirate support from outside the starter deck if you really want to play. Newgate with full support I think is B tier, but without outside help from just 2 of these starter decks, I would say it's probably on the C tier level. This Black Luffy, again without outside support. As is, it's a lot more, it's constructed better than old gen star decks are, so I think I'll place it in D. Since we're on topic of Black Smoker, it is one of the newer ones. It's definitely better than all of D tier. I think it's definitely on the same level as like as Whitebeard. C tier seems like a good spot for that. Katakuri. A lot of these leaders can be great with outside support, but as is, it's gonna have many of the 2Ks you'll need for Big Mom Pirates, but it's missing like 10 Mom and a lot of the great stuff that makes Katakuri good. But its leader effect is decent enough to be playable as is, and again, it's constructed in a way that you can just buy the starter deck and just start playing, unlike decks like these where there's hardly anything included. Like, you don't have your basic 2Ks and basic curve. I think it's C tier. Doflamingo, I'm gonna say A tier. This is a pretty meta leader. It's been very powerful for a few sets now, and when you buy the star deck, it includes mostly everything you're gonna need to play the deck. This is solid. It's gonna have like 95% of the deck included in here. Definitely an A tier deck, I believe. Next card, next deck, we're gonna say Purple Luffy. I'm gonna give it a S tier. If you bought 2 of these Purple Luffys off rip, you're gonna be winning games. Its core cards are all included in the starter deck. You're gonna have the 7-cost Luffy Taro into Zorojoro or Sangoro, and that's pretty much the whole deck. This is probably the S tier deck out of all these starter decks. Another deck I think is probably S tier as well is the newest 21 Luffy. Everything's included in here. It's a special deck just like these two. It's gonna have the sleeves, it's gonna have Hollow Dawn. It doesn't have a deck box this time. I think the past ones had deck boxes, whereas this one includes sleeves instead. There's a box opening on my channel. If you want to check that out, I'll leave it at the end of the video. I unpackage the whole box and show you what's included. This has been my tier list. Let me know how you feel about it. Comments down below. Follow me on IG, X, and Twitch. Till next time, Pirate Crew. See ya.